This podcast is suitable for students between the ages of 16 to 25. If you're interested in self-improvement, productivity, study tips, this is the podcast for you. Welcome to the Sweet and Sour Podcast. My name is Abdulmumuni Hikmat. I'm a student just like you. I'm passionate about personal development and productivity. So, if this is your first time listening to this amazing voice, don't make it your last. If not, sweetie, you know how we roll now. Let me hear you say H to the I to the Q, to the M to the A and the T. H to the I to the Q, to the M to the A and the T. H to the I to the Q, to the M to the A and the T. Hi, sweeties. Welcome back to another interesting, amazing, fun-filled episode on the Med School Reality Series. Today, we are with our 500 level guest. His name is God's Gift, Gigi for short. Gigi is the current president of UAMSA. UAMSA stands for University of Abuja Medical Students Association. This association is also called the Capital. They kind of like call themselves the Capital Medics. So Gigi is also the co-founder of Let's Talk Health Initiative, which is a mental health related NGO, and he's going to really shed more light on that. Also, today is Gigi's birthday, so happy birthday, Gigi. Thank you so much, Gigi. Please introduce yourself to my audience, to my sweeties.
So much for having me in your podcast today. So, hi guys. Like you said, my name is Chibike God's Gift. Popularly known as Gigi Medical School out there. I'm a 50 medical student. I'm a mental health advocate, and I'm also passionate about public health.
Okay.
For Let's Talk Health, it's an NGO we started on the 14th of May 2020. We launched the NGO. Okay. Our major focus is on youth mental health. Right. We try to see to it that the areas, especially in Africa, where mental health, advocacy, mental health education, mental health awareness, not something that everybody is taking cognizance of. Yeah. So we try to make sure we put contents, we try to make sure we improve or increase conversations regarding mental health and mental health awareness for young people, especially the youth in our community and our environment. So that's pretty much what Let's Talk is about. We currently are, say, 3 years old.
Yeah,
and
that's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, Nigeria is hard, but I live in things easy, but then I feel like there are still things to be grateful for, irrespective of whatever is going on in the country, whatever is going on in your family, whatever is going on with your friends. So just tell us some things that you're grateful for today.
Well, today's my birthday.
Yeah.
So first of all, I'm grateful for being alive to see another year. Okay. Hasn't been easy, so I'm grateful for that. And like you mentioned, irrespective of what's going on in the country, I'm grateful for friendship. Yeah. I'm grateful for the ability to have a family, people that you can call your own. I'm also grateful for the resilience of Nigerians, especially in the last elections, irrespective of the results. It goes to show how well Nigerian youths are beginning to take charge in the situation. It goes to show how well we are not willing to just let things slide. Because if you notice, I was at the polling unit, I voted, governor, and my polling unit, majority of the folks, they were youths. So it goes to show that Nigerian youths are not...
They're waking up.
They're waking up seriously, and that's something I'm really grateful for. Yeah. And another thing I'm grateful for as well about the country is our outside, like not in Nigeria though, people in diaspora, Nigerians in diaspora are actually making waves. And we are trying to put the Nigerian name out there in a very positive light. And seeing in the entertainment sector, Nigerians are top notch. Even in medical medicine, in fact, are the best doctors in the US and UK are Nigerians. So these are things I'm grateful for. All in all, I'm actually very glad I'm Nigerian. Yeah. Irrespective,
yeah. So medical school is like something, I feel like what a lot of people, for me, I feel like when you go through stages when you be like, okay, I want to be like a neurosurgeon. You start
like being casted,
yeah. And then you think so. But then along the line, like you just be like, anything they give me, exactly. So I'm just connected. So exactly. I don't know, how was it like for you before you got admission to study medicine and surgery in Nigeria? Did you have to wait for a very long time, or you got admission immediately?
I think I stayed for a year.
Okay.
Because I was very, very adamant I'm Nigerian, studying medicine. You know, coming out from the secondary school, I read JAM, I think got about 245. My first JAM, and I applied UNN, where I cut off for about 295.
Wow.
Yeah. I remember the point that almost got me discouraged about medicine was when I went for the post-GME for UNN. Then I saw the list there, about 12,000 students. I was to study medicine, and the quota was 450 then. What? Exactly. So the way it was that for medicine alone, there's a full week for exams for medical candidates in post-GME. By the time you check the list, the first 2,000 got JAM. Their JAM scores were like 280 and above. And you know that for you to have 245, you're obviously not going to get. I almost got discouraged, but I felt like I could still do it. And then I had to now find out more things about Nigerian schools. And then I eventually found out that, okay, I could actually study medicine in Abuja. I grew up in Abuja. It was easier for me. And this time I went to the JAM, like my second JAM, with a better experience and more preparations. I didn't have to juggle both WAEC, NICU, and JAM at the same time. So it was easier for me. So I wrote the second JAM. I think I got 279. Oh. Because I got the first listen. Yes,
Martin. That's really amazing. Because the shopping is really out there. Even we said, so, if not medicine, if you weren't studying medicine, what if you tried and tried, you know, and then you were so tired? Or if you weren't even studying medicine at all, or would you have been studying, like, do you have passion for other things?
Yes.
And then, you know, why medicine, Seth? Because I feel like a lot of people say, oh, they want to save lives. For me, I don't know if that's not my focus, you
know. I'll answer your first question first. Yeah. If not for medicine, I think I would have become a movie star.
Are you serious? Wow.
I think actually something like I'm really very passionate about acting. Cool. So I've gone into acting, try to be an actor. But another thing I love, although I don't really have much talent for it, is being an artist. I love art. I love art and that. So out of maybe even if I'm not an artist, I would have been somebody that is involved in that system. So I would have loved to be a movie star, being a love art. And I kind of like sometimes, even in this medical school, I feel like I still have a shot at acting. So who knows, maybe after medical school.
I think I was watching one thing one time. I don't know, I was really shocked to see this actor. Actress actually. Like, she was actually quite good actor. Like, I thought my life like that, I've been watching her. I've never really like pictured her to have actually been a medical doctor. So I think they were doing a show and then they were asking questions like, oh yeah, you're the doctor here, so you can. I'm like, okay. Yeah. So I think it's something you still do after medical school. Yeah. So now you're a fan of the demo. The journey has been like crazy. It has been ups and downs. And you are like a mental health advocate.
Yeah.
So how are you able to balance your mental health with studying medicine? What are the things that you do to help you, keep your mental health in check?
Okay. First of all, I try to give myself this perspective of have a state of mind that I'm going to be a doctor one day.
Okay.
Irrespective of how long it takes. Yeah. It is like almost certain I'm going to be a doctor.
Yeah.
So now I'm not under pressure of being a doctor. I just know that I'm going to be a doctor. But now what I try to help balance myself is what kind of doctor do I want to be?
Yeah.
And another thing I do is that the kind of doctor I want to be also tallies with my personality. So I want to be that doctor that is very much well-rounded in both medical and extracurricular things. So those extracurricular things like engaging in leadership, engaging in politics, student politics, also engaging in things like social media awareness.
Yeah.
I do that a lot too. And then I try to also have time to engage with my friends, play games when necessary, watch football when necessary, chat, reach out to loved ones when necessary. It's also very important.
So football, the next one goes to football thing. What club are you? Don't tell me about it.
Not only.
Okay. I have to wait for that. I was about to where shape you guys like for you? Why you don't?
I'll join in the show. I'll join in the show of my ones and you'll see like.
I know you guys. I don't come for you. I guess I'd like to ask you're speaking of the football and everything. So I feel like there's this myth, or maybe it's real, that medical students don't have a social life. Or this is it's a myth, Bob. Okay, so what do you do for fun?
once in a while, I also try to, like I told you, I have a passion for acting. So I actually put out a little bit, I do rehearsals on my own. I do modern out on my own. And then also sometimes I even put out my content.
Do you not go for any audition?
I'm not actively going, but I've sent out an entry for online, yeah. But I'm not actually going out there. And before now, I was involved with a modeling agency, but because of the nature of the schedule and training, the curriculum I had to study. So I try to put myself out in those several sectors to actually be comments and be social. So I think it's a myth to use the medical students don't have social life. It just depends on if they want to be active about it or not. But if anyone wants to, if you want to actually get yourself engaged, you can actually do very well.
Let's think about equations. You recently saw when I was speaking, I'm sure you lost count.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Okay, so what equals give you the most strength?
Neuroanatomy.
So why did it give you that much strength?
Well, it was. I felt like it was complex, and the way the lecturer, all due respect to Professor Okuno, he taught the course. Yeah. He made it seem like it's something that is so complex. You get, and I really thought, and it was very close to the first professional exams. So it was really challenging for me. It was like the most challenging exam I've actually in recent year. Yeah, it was that challenge.
For the final year, people always talking about residual knowledge and how it's really, really important for you to have this residual. Especially when you want to write your first MB, we'll just just touch on residual knowledge.
I think the importance of residual knowledge cannot be overemphasized. Even till now, even in our medicine and surgery exams, there are sometimes they do ask questions from things we learned in surgery that I could really recall my last my second M2 S2 exam. Right. One of our questions in medicine was right on gout, pathogenesis and pathophysiology of gout, and I learned that sometime around 20, I think, in biochemistry, and that was a question. If I couldn't recall anything from that biochemistry class, I wouldn't have been able to answer the question. So that's so important. Even down to questions like diabetes mellitus and the rest. You understand the real pathophysiology of pathogenesis. Irrespective of that, teach you in medicine, but you still have to refer back to medical biochemistry to have a good knowledge of it. So it cannot be oversized. Even things you learn, like for instance now, some postings are long, like pattern found, they are long. So you could have a topic maybe in the second week of a 16-week posting, and then that's the topic that will come out in your final MB. You may not really remember to read that and to revise it during your MB, but if you have a very good residual knowledge, you'll be able to answer questions. And another importance of residual knowledge is for mentorship. It's very important to have, if you really want to be a good medical mentor, you have to have residual knowledge because your genius will come reach you. I remember like a week or two ago, somebody from 200 level reached out to me, it's finding it difficult to study and prepare for exams at me. It was because I could still remember some of the questions that came up and how to answer them back into it. I was able to give them a very good reply and answer. And of course, as a senior, it'll be like 4 years.
Yeah, because oh my god, that's really important. Because I remember one time when I was in secondary school, and then I wasn't I wasn't a kid, but I was just this senior, shouldn't mess with. So him, when she just bringing this particular math question to me, I'm like, God, I can't afford to film this thing because it was just slap my ass. My friend said I was so glad that I was able to answer that particular question. Okay, so so far, do you regret this trade?
No, at all. I don't regret it one bit.
So it's been amazing. You would redeem it even if you have to.
Yes, I will.
So you wouldn't just act to love it, even if you have to.
No, I think I'll choose acting.
Okay, that's really nice. Are you going to jump out with Steve eventually after you're done with your medical school and you're done with your house job? So what's your plan?
So fundamentally, I think I want to get extra exposure.
Okay.
I feel like the level of medicine in Nigeria or in Africa is below optimal standard. So for any reason, I would like to actually get more exposure. So yes, I would leave the country. But then again, if I'm going to stay there forever, that's why I don't know yet. But I feel like I need to live to get a good level of understanding of what medicine is about.
Yeah. Okay. So to conclude this episode, I would just like you to give an advice. One advice to your junior colleague right now, and what advice to people that are like really out there struggling to get admission to medicine? They're just there hanging on, hoping.
Okay, for those people out there, the juniors, 100 level, people, pre-med students.
400 level.
400 level, that's true. I think, first of all, if you really want to be a doctor, have that at the back of your mind that you're going to be a doctor. It's very important to have that belief. Yeah. It helps you a lot even when you're writing the NB, like when you're filling so many courses. Another thing you should also know is that medicine is not the only. That there is to there are much more things to life. And also, any God-given ability, any God-given skill or talent you have, please chase it. Yeah. Chase it to the max as much as you can. But also be able to find balance. It's important you find balance irrespective. But don't neglect. Don't give up any of your dreams because you want to be a doctor. Because you eventually become that doctor. But then what will make you stand out is those extra abilities that you have. You don't really know what exactly would be that thing that will stand out for you eventually. Because you're going to graduate as doctors. There are going to be about 5,000-10,000 doctors in Nigeria that are your mates. But not all of them would have the extra talent that you have. None of them will maximize the extra talent that you did maximize. So just chase your dream, but find balance. I think you'll do great.
Yeah, so for someone like this, trying to get to medicine, hasn't got the admission yet and wants to get admission, and yeah, they've been trying. What should they do? Should they came to keep on trying? Should they give up? Honestly.
Well, it actually depends. I have friends that tried getting admission in medicine for 4 or 5 years, and they came in and they dropped out. I also have friends that tried to get medicine for 5 years, they came in and they were the best. So it all depends on you. It all depends on the individual. You set your mind to do it. You believe that you can be a doctor or everything. Why not go ahead? But then you shouldn't be trying to do the same thing over and over again. If this, like I did, it wasn't working out for me. I came to US for picture like courses.
Yeah, because I think that your school actually works.
Yeah, so you could change school. You could even go through direct entry.
Yeah.
Either waiting. You could go through different rooms, but just explore all the available options.
Don't be stagnant.
Exactly. Don't be doing the same bit over and over again. It's frustrating. And it's basically, we're just going to waste your time. And another thing you should also do while you're waiting to get medicine, don't be idle.
Yeah.
Engage yourself. Engage yourself in skill acquisition. Engage yourself in things and talent that would help you. Because those talent that you have, that you think when you get into school, you're able to do it. But you don't really have all the time to do it. So just be able to engage yourself.
Thank you so much for spending your birthday with us. Thank you.
Thank you.